Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Um, all of these traditions, originally, they all meant to do something very good for us. Like I say, unless they became commercialized, they're always good. I could say a few more words now that you brought it up to agree with you. So now, so this tall hat, there is a meaning for that. I'll explain why you are right. So, does anyone know why do they have this tall hat and what that represent? No? I look at you because you just came from Turkey. Okay, we'll get to that. Why do they have this black cape? They have a black cape outside, then first they take it out before they start whirling. What does the black cape represent? Anyone? And why under the black cape they have head to toe a white dress? Okay, so and then I'll tell you even the gestures. Why the gestures and symbolization of our, hands, neck, and body are designed the way they are. Now, remember I said one of the backbones is to become modest and down to earth. You also want to, you see, human beings consist of two opposing polarity. One is angelic soul, comes from the angelic realm. Some call it angelic, some call it celestial, some call it heaven, some call it God, doesn't matter. One, our soul, comes from the heavens. Our body comes from the earth, from mineral, vegetal, animal, human. So these two, for the first time, get into each other and become one bowl, one lump. The celestial soul, everything wants to go back to its origin, wants to pull up towards the celestial, towards the etherical realm. And the body loves the earth and all the pleasures, eating, enjoying, sleeping, anything that gives you physical pleasure, the body loves it. So one pulls down, one pulls up, right? That's why there is constantly a battle between our inner self, our celestial soul, we call it angelic soul, and our imperious self, the bodily desires. So, in this practice that you mentioned, they try to, while you're still alive, to go beyond being a powerless slave to your imperious self. Most of us, we become a powerless slave to our desires, to our whatever gives us pleasure, and sometimes, God forbid, people are willing to do anything to just have pleasure. Lying, deceiving, cheating, etc., etc., etc. So, this practice says while you're here, practice to get above your desires. If you will, is a practice of dying while you're alive. Now, in the West, talking about Western America, the word dying does not sound very good on people's ears. So right away, people say, God forbid, why talk about death? They say God promised us and guaranteed us only one thing. Nothing else is guaranteed except one thing, the death. We're all going to be transformed to the. First of all, the death, such as ending, does not exist. Once our soul is created, again, I'm talking only from the Sufi perspective. To a Sufi, once you are created, you're never going to be non-existence and non-existent. You know, your soul transforms, and 99% of the time, unless they do something really bad, it keeps going up and up and up because the magnet of the Creator is so strong that pulls all of us towards the celestial. Rumi says, and I quote, "Kamtar az zarre nei, past masho mehr bevarz." You're not less than a particle. Don't be so low. Have love. Second half of his poem, he says, "Ta be gardune khorshid resi, charkh zanan." So you can reach the sun, whirling yourself up all the way and reconnect with the heavens. Right? So the magnet of our Creator is pulling us up. So, but this tall hat is actually your grave, your tombstone. That represents the tombstone of a practitioner. The black cape outside, it's the density of the world. So before they start whirling, they take the cape out, they fold it with respect, they kiss it, and they put it there because the opportunity for us to be in this world, don't get that wrong, is a tremendous kindness of the divine. Because it's here through this world that we get to, it's like a school, it's like a lab, so that we learn and we become accomplished, we become, again, cooked, seasoned, polished, learned, and reach our capacity. So that's why the world should be respected as a university, is a place of studying. So they fold very respectfully the cape, the black cape, that's the density, you're coming out of it. Under it, you're wearing head to toe white, that's the shroud. Muslims, when you die, they wrap you in white and they place you in your grave. So, meaning this is the depth of death. But again, not in a negative sense. In like freeing yourself from being chained by your imperious self. So it's a dance of freedom too. And then the right hand is faced up. I'm sure you all see that. Maybe even here. See, this is the right. So the right hand is facing up to receive. This is the symbol of receiving, the metaphor, the divine attributes from the Creator. And with the left hand giving to all the four levels of mineral, vegetal, animal, and human. And by turning and spinning, you spread this divine attributes, love, generosity, kindness, patience, and the energy. And you become, of course, a mediator to receive and let go through you, and you give. You don't keep it for yourself, to really like antenna. And by turning, you spread all over you 360 degrees to all beings, mineral, vegetal, animal, human being, regardless. So that's what it is. So you're absolutely right. But if it is done really in a right way, nowadays there's so many commercial places, and even in Turkey, the busloads of people come, and so governments loves it.